Good morning, ghouls. It's the girl, Soleil, back at it again with another. I can't do this. Hi, ghouls. So great to see you today. Thank you for stopping in. As I said in the last video, we have a little bit of a PTCGO Hurrah video series. Just our last few games with my favorite deck I played so far in Pokemon to close out PTCG videos lifespan before we jump on over to PTCG Live, which I also am very excited to show off, and probably be a bit more competitive list over there. But I'm having a lot of fun with my own little creations as we are. I'm very attached to Hisuian, Lilligant, and Shaman, etc. A lot of the core cards in our deck, so I'm not too eager to scamper away from it right away, which is why we are hosting this tiny little Hurrah video series, and this is what you can consider Hurrah Part 2, with Part 3 also on the way after this video. So, usual disclaimers, I am still very new to the Pokemon TCG, understand the core fundamental rules, I would say very well, but I'm not at all professional, I'm not very competitive, and I'm not fighting the most meta opponents, as well as not really playing with the most meta lists. So if you see any mistakes therein, or you consider these pretty low power casual matches, that's very fair. However, I'm fighting my heart out here. It's hard. But I am having a lot of fun with it, so thank you so much for stopping by and watching anyways. What we were doing today is, like I also alluded to in the last video, I tested a lot more with our Liligant deck and made quite a number of changes. So you can see here, the big ones are the introduction of Battery, Celebi, another copy of Hisuian Liligant, and then we also add in, namely, the Mysterious Hell Mew and PTCGO engine, where PTCGO allows you to look at the top 10 cards of your deck and find a supporter card to put into your hand. And Mew, if it's in your active slot, looks in your deck, the top 6 cards of it, for an item card. So it can find PTCGO, it can find Quick Ball, it can find Pal Pad to shuffle supporters back into our deck, Auto Rod, etc, etc. And we also run Bad Keeper, Switch, along with our Avalanche, just to find a lot more momentum in that, telltale way that this deck dances around the boards. So we're going to be a bit more of a turbo strategy at this. You see that we dropped Lumini on V because we didn't really need it to find Gardenias, because our deck as it is now functions incredibly well at making sure that we have Gardenias every turn that we need it. Thanks to PTCGO, and thanks to me finding those PTCGOs and just our general draw overall. So this is a deck that's a little difficult to card on, the way that we could sometimes miss our figures with the first version of the deck. I still really like the first version of the deck, especially with the Flapple engine, the Minccino engine, but it's really hard not to say that this deck is just faster overall, which makes it a little bit more competitive. I think as long as we're hitting those figures, we're pretty much going to always have our stable game plan, and a lot of things then come down to decisions we make in a match and the matchups, less so than whether we draw the right cards or not. So especially with this deck and the additional way of moving around the board, it makes it really easy to float Mew into our active slot and then take it away, because obviously we're not attacking with a Side Shot ever. We literally can't. We don't have Psychic Energy. It's only here for the Mysterious Hell ability, and it's also one of the cutest cards in the game. So I have a pretty large personal preference for including it in with us. And that will just do our general game strategy. I think the most interesting thing here is I swapped the Zarude out for the Celebi VMAX branch, which is just very similar. It has a ability, it's not the acceleration that Zarude offers. I didn't really get the chance to show that off much because frankly it just didn't work very well, even if I really wanted it to. And we are pretty much hitting our figures every time that we need them, so energy acceleration, not really a problem for this version of the deck. So I added the Celebi engine, which heals our grass Pokemon every turn for 20 damage. That does not sound like a lot, but you have to remember, we are still running our beloved, dearly beloved Kricketune here, which is the plus 40 HP on our grass Pokemon. So we're technically a strong plus 60 here, plus 80 over 2 turns. That's a very big difference, especially in a lot of these closer matchups. I won't always decide the game. Sometimes you're just hitting 20 health off of an inevitable, demise, as you do. But Celebi VMAX is also a very healthy Pokemon herself at 310, 350, with Kricketune 20 over the turns as well, which makes a lot bigger difference with these just strictly higher health balls. And then she also does 130 damage and searches our deck for 2 Pokemon, any Pokemon evolved or not, and puts them into our hand when it hits. So this is a good secondary attacker, only takes 2 energy, so a single Gardenia's Vigor puts our Celebies online. So this is really good in the matches where maybe his Lilligant isn't doing it, or our opponent isn't taking enough prize cards for our Shaman Visa to be relevant yet as our revenge killer. And our Soleil Max can come in, solve for a good number of turns, and just keep dishing out those 130 damages while fixing our hand if we are missing anything key. Was that the one of Crobats, which I think is just a very stellar card. Very good. It just fills your hand to 6 cards if you play this onto your bench during your turn. Again, our Mew is finding us item cards constantly, so if we miss the Crobat, we miss everything else we need. We can find a Quick Ball or an Ultra Ball with Mew. We can pick up a Crobat, refill our hand, and go again. We really enjoy this list and can't wait to show it off today. How about we jump into these hurrah matches, schools? Alright, and here we go against our first opponent, Zalji, with the Arceus deck box. Now, this does not cause me any sort of concern, as what is a god to, you know, little flower creatures? What's a god to a witch? Oh, apparently that's what it is. Okay, so we're sorting up here. They had no basic Pokemon. I, however, do have my Mysterious Mew here, so perfect start for us. A little sad to be going second with this setup, but at least it means that they can't rush us down here. Avery, Boss's Orders, Experiment, Roxanne. Wait, they're just playing like every hacking trainer in the game. I assume because the Experiments has to be Lost Box. What the heck is a big Parasol? Okay. Oh, I love their Morning sleeves though. Yeah, so we get an extra card here. This is something nice, and it did find us our Vigor off the very start here. Oh, it's a Hisuian Gudra V. That makes sense with the KRS that they started off with in their hand. This means this is going to be the stalling deck of we're going to do approximately 0 damage to this Hisuian Gudra V. We don't really have non-shaman attackers in this deck, especially in this version, which is just Gardenia Turbo. And we no longer obviously have the Flat Ball available to us. So they'll get to evolve here first too, which is also a little bad for us when that Vsauce kicks off, but they had nothing for their first turn, which I think is a pretty good sign. Let's see what you can find us here. Grab a Quick Ball. Fantastic. See, we can also be a bit sturdy here with our Cricketorts. Also have the Gardenias in our hand immediately. However, obviously, we're going to be finding the Lilligant here. Tossing this Mysterious Mew. Let's see what our deck is like. So we have all of our Lilligant Vs. 1 V-Star is prized. We have our Celebi. Our Gardenias are fine. Pretty much all of our trainers are good as well. Courts. Okay, so we don't have our Cricketort available to us. It's the big thing I'm seeing here, which means it is prized. So we're gonna have to pick that up as soon as we can here. I don't think we can actually do a clean Gardenias this turn. I wonder. Let's put this on our Lilligant. Grab our Celebi out here. Do I go so far? So I didn't want to toss away our Shaman V-Star. But there's so very little. I think we have to use the Gardenias anyways. See what we grab. We do get 1 Grass Energy for Lilligant. I can do another Quick Ball here. Passing away. You know, we can't rely on getting this Cricketune from prize cards. Oh, our Shaman is also prized as well. So the Shaman Visa isn't doing too much in our hand here. However, this does mean we can pick up a Lilligant. Just in case. Then we'll switch these two. We Power Pad the Gardenias back in just for another draw here. I don't know if I like the idea of that. Not just yet. We're just going to dance gracefully to pick up the cards. And okay, we did find another Gardenias. We found a Bad Keeper as well. Okay, there's the Hisuian Gudra Visa. This takes like negative 4,000 damage from our attacks. However, if we can pick up our shaman, we can be in a good position here. We're going to take a few hits, but we have to knock out just at least one of their Pokemon at some point. And we'll be fine. Okay, that's the water energy. Devil Gardenia's here. We just have to find our Lilligant visa at this point. The choice spell's pretty good. This hasn't actually protected itself as well outside of the umbrella. So we can't do extra effects, but we can do damage to it. We really need to find our visa though, so I feel like we have to research this turn. The Birdkeeper isn't good enough because we don't have a guarantee that we can swap a Lilligant visa in, like, back in here. I'm going to put this back into our deck, first of all. Put the choice spell down, and then just research what we have away. We do have more powers in our deck. Okay. This got us a dance here, but it did not get us the visa that we need. The quick ball doesn't do anything else for here either. If we just put this down, we can at least chip some damage down. It can heal all of its damage with Moisture Salt, and I believe we saw some potions in the deck as well. So we are playing a long game here. It's not unapproachable, however, is what we have to remember. I don't really want to use anything else here, though. We're actually just going to attack anyways. So we're just going to hit the leaves up here. Get some damage in on this. Force it to have to heal this next turn, which is good. Any healing they have to use some potions in their hand means that they're not getting their attack off, because they'll have to discard the energy from it for most common potion effects. Crystal Cave heals it by 30. Double turbo. There's the hyper potion. Okay, yeah, so they're not attacking this turn at the very least. We are chipping away damage at it. They're going to be able to heal a lot of it, but as long as we keep them on the back foot here. There's a bossing in my Lilligant V. This is fine. All we have to do is find a way to swap these around again. We're actually just going to put this one down on this and then research. Evolution Incense for Avista. So we all sort out a little here. They're really low on draw power as well, though. Just going to do this. Bring to Ordinary Rods. Our Cricketot and our Shaman Visa back into our deck. And fail to find both this Quick Ball. Tossing this Ordinary Rods. So that we can dance gracefully here. And then we will have our Visa effect this next turn as well. There's our Bidkeeper. Obviously we can't use the air balloon, but all we need to do is this. Swap these around. And even if they move again, we will still be able to Bidkeeper out of it. So we're doing a good 260 here. If they don't have a way to set up the Visa this turn. So they can heal the 30. Okay, so we're not killing, but we will force the Moisture Star, which I think is pretty heckin' good. Gonna Birdkeeper this in. Very good. Vulture Ball, Air Balloon. Not setting up this one down. A little shame that they have this on the board and we can't remove it. But not the end of our worlds here. Nothing I really want to search for here either. The best we can get is We can get ourselves a BB max. I'm going to... Just in case we get more needs, I want to be prepared for that. Oops, not you, little buggy. So now we can heal 20 from our grass Pokemon if we start taking any damage here. But I'm just going to parallel spin. Put the grass energy into our hands. Bugs with Gardenias. They're 260. They'll have to heal up here with Moisture Star if they want to stop themselves from... There it is. Right off the bat. V-Star power. And then they switch in their Arceus. And then they Marnias. Okay, so very good that we made that call here. Do they find the double turbo for Arceus's Trinity Charge is the question. They do. Okay, they're starting to pop off a little here. There's the other Hisuian Joshie. We do have a boss, but again, we're not one-shotting this. We can one-shot this one, though. If we don't want to kill the Arceus, I think we have to take the kill on the Arceus, though. Yeah, because we're not killing this in anyways here. Setting up both of them a little bit. We could find just 10 more damage. This is also alright. Do I take out this V before they can evolve it? Or do we take out the Arceus so they can't use its ability? They already can't, actually. They already have the V-Star. This Arceus means nothing to us. We are going to start taking 200 here. And they can't heal this again. Maybe I just start forcing the damage down. I want the prize cards. I want the prize cards here. Because we have quite a lot. We have our Shaman locked behind it. We have our Kricketot locked behind it. I'm just going to hit the parallel spin. Get the kill on this Hisuian Joshie. Pick up our 2 prize cards. Kricketot or Shaman, please. Okay. Whew. I believe we had a V-Star prize here, did we not? That we'll need to pick up at some point as well. We're not dying from this. This isn't doing 260 to us. But our healing isn't really going to get us out of the way either. Okay, there's that 200. Pretty good. Okay, put our Kricketot down. Heal a little bit. They 180. Obviously, this is 200 though, so we're not healing out of that range any. I'm going to hit the Vigor here. I haven't used our V-Star ability because it hasn't been important enough to be honest. I'd rather save it for later in the game when we're actually hurting once we get the other V-Star out here. We can't really find anything else that's going to salvage our state of game here. But they're going to be in a really rough position having to heal this and attack us next turn or die. So there's the 180N. They cannot survive here, even healing that without healing it with a potion ability. Because at our very worst, we're doing 130 to it, even if we can't even evolve this. They find an Itchable here. Do they have a Crobat? No, Arceus V-Star. But they cannot use its V-Star effects. Because they did already use their V-Star ability. There's a Rolling Iron. That one goes down. So we will take out the Hisuian Joshie here and only have to worry about this Arceus and whatever they've drawn off of this. So they're taking 80 less. Sorry. Yeah, 80 less damage. We're doing 130 here. Actually, we are in a little bit of a rough position, aren't we? I forgot that it's 80 and not 30 like it is in the fast form. And again, we don't have our V-Star available, I'm pretty sure. No, we have our Shaman visa, but our Shaman is still prized. So I'm going to do this. Hit the leaf step on it because we do have to get the damage in. Do the 80. They can heal 30 here. However, their attack won't be killing us because of Kickatoon. And it comes down to if they notice that or not. In my experience, most people don't know what Kickatoon does. Card game players aren't well known for their ability to read trading cards. But I don't want to count them out just yet. Just to confirm though, so they're doing 200 here. We live, we do 50 it was, right? 130 minus 80. We're doing 50, but we have the choice band, so we're doing 80. So we do kill here if they just attack with the rolling iron. They're going to be is still alive. However, the Arceus V will still be there, so we have to find our V-Star. What's this one? The big carousel, okay. Okay. Lilligant V lives. We do get the kill on this. Heal a little. They do have Trinity Nova available to them. So they will be able to attack us back. So we just have the 130 on this. And we really need to pick up our Shaman. We're going to hit the leaf step. We are going to take off the Guja here. Draw the 2 cards. There's our other V-Star, however, our Lilligant V is set here. And we found our Shaman. So they get the Avery, they have their draw power here. We're not going to get boss this turn. They obviously just want to take out the Hisuian and Lilligant V-Star. Okay, there's the Trinity Nova. Okay, so they have to kill once. We do have 310 HP here, and I can do 130 to the Arceus. Start setting up the Shaman. Put the air balloon down just in case. Hit the max plant. We have no more guys in our deck. It really comes down to what happens this turn. I probably should have saved that air balloon unless he... And just in case they both send something that can't attack here. But all that does is buy them a ton, because anything that doesn't have an air balloon on them they could bring into the fight does not survive. So we don't kill with Celebi. Sorry, does not survive. Does not give them more than 1 prize cards. Excuse me, so they're fishing a little here. So we don't kill with Celebi's VMAX attack, but we do kill with Shaman once we V-Star it. Attack here will be doing 120 plus 160 damage. 40 for each prize card the opponent has taken. So unless they can find some incredibly strange way... Oh, nope, they don't have enough to kill our Shaman V either because of our Kickatoon's effect here. We do have plus 40 HP. So even if they boss in our Shaman to kill it at 210, Radiant Gardevoir still not going to save him. We just have too much damage done on this Arceus. Our Shaman kills it. The 120 plus 160. 280. They kill it even if it gets fully healed here. This is Radiant Gardevoir. Except if it gets fully healed and has Radiant Gardevoir V. This is a really close match, girls. Yeah, my heart is exploding. I'm excited to see where this goes, but I have been playing my hacking heart out on this one. Especially with the rose we were handed with our prize cards. So I will feel really proud if we are able to wrap this up here. There's the switch. Pulling in this Arceus. I can kill it. I can kill it. Visa. Because we do 280 here. We do this. We retreat into the Shaman. I hit the Revenge Blast. Arceus dies. And we take the game. That's the witch difference. Oh my god, ghouls. That one was a lot. Thank you so much for being here to witness it. I absolutely adore this version of the deck because you still have all of the basic ideas that you enjoyed with the fast version of the Lilligant Visa. We still have our Kricketune, we still have our Liligants, we still have our Shamans, you know, the cards I would consider core, along with, you know, Gordinia's Vigor. But we are a bit more turbo thanks to the Muse and the Perky gear, so there's a lot more hand fixing in it, and we were even able to play through that game with the, I would say, pretty low rolls we were handing at the start of it. So that was a very exciting game against the deck I was a little worried about having a real chance against, just because it takes very little damage, they get a lot of healing, and tend to be a deck that has to dance around and chip out over multiple times. So the fact that we were still able to pull that through with 1,410 damage out and the Liligant Visa MVP makes me very, very, very happy, and I'm very glad to be able to share this with you. Thank you so much for coming by for this. Edit that one out. Thank you so much for coming by for this game, and I cannot wait to see you guys here again. Good night for now, girls. Oh my god, my Crobat Rooster was prized too. You know, I actually am kind of a pokey god.